Shadow Nature is probably my personal favorite deck. It has arguably the strongest early tier 2 in the game, and therefore you can create advantages through heavy microing. You do have sort of very strong cards that are low cost and high damage with Nightcrawler and Dark Elf Assassins, and also MA Phantom that is sort of giving you a lot of utility through the game. With the cheap CC spells combined, you sort of create a very dominant early tier 2, which is very fun to play, and sort of once you master it, sort of very well in creating leads and also closing those ones out pretty fast. You have to sort of consider, even though the deck has a very strong early, the late game is quite bad. Like, your tier 2 is horrible. You do fall off very hard. That has to be considered and is very important to notice. So you do have to win your games in the early tier 2 stage, where you do have your advantages. Your tier 3 is somewhat decent, but not equivalent to the Frost splashes. Like, Timeless One is completely outscaling that, but in the end you definitely have to consider that Shadow Nature is an early game deck, and you need to sort of use that to your advantage. Also, another problem is that you don't have any big units with high HP pools, so you are somewhat weak against area of effect damage, and especially spells like Wildfire do give you a very hard time, and therefore you end up in quite a lot of trouble against decks like Pure Fire. But since Dark Elf Assassins and Nightcrawlers are one of sort of the most used cards in the Shadows splashes, like in Shadow Frost and Bandits, these decks are sort of very good to play for you, because you can simply use your Nightcrawlers and Dark Elf Assassins and support them with your superior crowd control.